Divide light from dark. Distinguish between two similar but opposing viewpoints. Understand which brings light and which brings dark. Perceive wise teaching. Hello, this is The Explanation with Sam Kneller. This episode is Distinguish between light and dark. Perceive wise teaching. From the course, Unlock Bible Meaning with 7 Keys to Master Biblical Hebrew, available at theexplanation.com. Distinguish between light and dark. Perceive wise teaching. Divide light from dark. Distinguish between two similar but opposing viewpoints. Understand which brings light and which brings dark. In Genesis 1, verse 4, the English translation obscures another differentiation by omitting not once, but twice, a biblical Hebrew word. Using the biblical Hebrew word bane, H996, reinforces the dividing of light and dark, pronounced bane, meaning between, elsewhere, also translated asunder. Practice makes perfect. Do this for yourself. Go over to unlockbiblemeaning.com. Find Genesis 1, verse 4. In the drop-down menu on the right, click on Interlinear Bible. You'll see the search results for Genesis 1, verse 4. Here's the biblical Hebrew for between. Notice the interlinear goes a little further than the translations, a space between. As with the word divided, like in light from dark, which we saw in the last lesson, between, H996, is also translated asunder. Genesis 1 verse 4 gives us a double dose of the walled partition to reinforce this complete separation of light and dark. The story of Elijah and Elisha highlights the abrupt break. One instant, the two men are walking along, chatting normally. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, appears the chariot of fire and whisks Elijah high into the sky. That's another story. Here, I want you to understand the absolute separation. God split them apart definitively, as the context tells us. 2 Kings 2:11. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, H996. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into the heaven. Heads up. While reading the KJV translations for H996, you notice the words among and within. Wow, those appear to be the opposite of divided, asunder. Indeed they are. How can one Hebrew word mean the same and its opposite? I will not answer that now, but it is key 2 to master biblical Hebrew, an important key that we will learn in a couple of lessons. Hang on. Note the information in H996. It derives from H995. Those two words have a connection, so let's look at their relationship. We will learn an additional side of this concept of divided and separation. As Strong says, H995 refers generally to mental understanding, the ability to separate understanding from misunderstanding. It is constructive to distinguish between correct and incorrect eloquence, information, instruction. Notice that I'm just taking the KJV translations eloquent, inform, and instruct. To make it contemporary, it reminds me of differentiating between real and fake news. There's light news and dark news. Take other translations for H995, like teaching and wisdom. Immediately you see the bright and somber sides. We want to make sure we are rightly dividing the truth, the wise teaching of the Word of God, as indicated in 2 Timothy 2, verse 15. Study to show yourself approved to God, a workman that need not be ashamed, rightly dividing, that's G 37:18, rightly dividing the word of truth. Look at the Greek for dividing. It is G 37:18. Make a straight cut. To dissect. Check G 51:14. As if by a single stroke, rather than repeated blows like hacking. It means a sharp and definitive cutting apart into two separate parts. I'll give you a brief hint as to the spiritual meaning of God divided light from dark in Genesis. The counterpart is in the New Testament book of John, when John sent Jesus, the spiritual light, into a dark, twisted, ignorant world, to spread the truth. The light of God, Christ's first coming, thrust light into the dark. And the light shines in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. That's John 1, verse 5. That's another exciting story. When God divided light from dark in Genesis, he foretold the gospel story. There is no light in darkness, and no darkness in light. There is no God in the serpent, and there's no serpent in God. There's no tohu and bohu in God's creation, and there's no godly creation in tohu and bohu. The biblical Hebrew of Genesis 1:4 reveals there's a space between light and dark. They don't touch or blend into each other. There isn't the day twilighting through evening into night. Of course, that's what happens every 24 hours with morning and evening. But in biblical terms, light and darkness are two different entities, separated by an insurmountable gap. These verses indicate this gap. Acts 26:18, to open their eyes and to turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan to God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me. Ephesians 5, verse 8. For you were sometimes darkness, but now are you light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. Romans 13:12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armour of light. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 5. You are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Do you see the complete separation between light and dark? You're mastering Key 1. A single Hebrew word has various meanings, and especially you're unlocking Bible meaning. At the end of this course, there's a sheet with many more examples of Hebrew words with multiple meanings from the book Origin of the Universe. Keep unlocking Bible meaning. Continue to follow this eye-opening audio Bible course or the free text and video course at theexplanation.com. All the Bible study tools for this course are freely available online, also at theexplanation.com. Let's unlock Bible meaning with the 7 keys to master biblical Hebrew and reveal the explanation.